Good afternoon and welcome to the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation celebration of our annual award winners. Like so many things this year, we've had to pivot and do things a little bit differently. We're hoping that you're going to enjoy this celebration. It's given us an opportunity to put the words back into the voices of the nominees to allow us to see all of our award winners a little bit more closely and to celebrate all of their accomplishments. I want to thank you for all joining us, and I want to thank you for supporting us throughout this year. It's been a tough year for all of us. We've made a lot of changes. We've really pivoted in so many ways to continue to move forward our goals of advancing women in surgery. I want to say a special thank you to our members who've continued to stick with us and support us, who've created the largest ever virtual meeting in the Association of Women Surgeons history, to the chairs of surgery who continue to sponsor us, to our corporate sponsors who give us the opportunity to do research, to create amazing programs such as Signature Speaker Series, who've allowed us to do programming such as the Coaching Project, and all of the people who've really supported us along the way. I want to say a special thank you to 4 people who will be leaving council this year: Francesca Boulos, Mohini Dazari, Anoa Costas Chavari, and Celeste Hollins, who've served us over the last several years. And I want to invite you to just join us and have fun this evening. I hope that you're going to really enjoy this special celebration. I'm going to turn this over to Nancy Gant, the chair of the board of the Foundation of the Association of Women Surgeons.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Nancy Gant, chair of the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation, and I'd like to echo Dr. Sharon Stein and welcome you to our virtual AWS Foundation 2020 Awards celebration. Thanks also to all of you who have contributed financially to the foundation to allow us to provide awards, grants, and scholarships to women nationally and internationally.
The mission of the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation is to provide opportunities for the educational and professional development of women in surgery. The board of the foundation consists of myself, Dr. Vakisha Fripp, Vice Chair, Christine Laronga, Treasurer, Dixie Mills, Secretary, and AWS President Marie Crandall. The board is Dr. Hiba Abdelaziz, AJ Copeland, Margaret Dunn, Crystalline Gallagher, Mary Hooks, Sue Kaiser, Joyce Major, Nell Maloney Patel, Ann Mosenthal, Hillary Sanfi, and Michaela West. This slide summarizes the various activities of the foundation since its inception in 1990s. In addition to annually supporting the AWS conference, we have a number of awards, some of which have undergone name changes or changes in funding over the years. The 4 awards in purple have endowments and are fully supported in perpetuity. We are also more than 2/3 of the way to creating a full endowment for the Patricia Newman Award in honor of our founder. Beginning in 2016, the foundation partnered with Women in Surgery Africa, which operates under the College of Surgeons of East, Central, and Southern Africa umbrella. We provide travel grants to enable women surgeons from low and middle income countries to attend the annual COSEXA meeting. In addition, this is our 3rd year partnering with the American College of Surgeons Operation Giving Back Women Scholars Program. Unlike in the US, trainees in Africa are required to sit for 2 examinations. First, for membership after about 2 years of training, and then for fellowship after an additional 2 to 3 years of specialty training. Track 1 provides $500 and Track 2 $2,500 to women trainees so they can travel to and take their examinations. Many of these women continue on practicing in desperately needed areas in Africa. In addition, this foundation extends its activities internationally. Sarnay Erdine from Mongolia was supported to become an ATLS instructor by doing coursework in Australia and then returned to Mongolia, where she is a vital component of their trauma delivery system. Apart from being incredibly satisfying, our programs have raised the visibility of both the Foundation and the Association of Women Surgeons and have been highlighted in numerous publications. Donating to the Foundation is simple. We accept credit cards, stocks. You can donate to us through your estate or a legacy, through a donor-advised fund, through a qualified charitable distribution, and very simply, while shopping through Amazon Smile. Check with your accountant. This year, the majority of our charitable donations are actually tax deductible. We recognize our donors on both the Foundation website, in brochures, and also in testimonials. Although we're not able to be together in person tonight, please help me in congratulating these amazing women surgeons who are recognizing this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. Please consider donating, whether by using our QR code or by linking to our website, so that the AWS Foundation can continue supporting the educational and professional development of women surgeons, both nationally and internationally.
Congratulations to all the wonderful, worthy women receiving this year's Association of Women Surgeons Awards. What an incredible group. The Patricia J. Newman Student Award, which this year is being endowed by the past presidents of AWS, was named in honor of me, its founder. This award was established to encourage and support female medical students pursuing a career in surgery. The recipient is chosen based on their potential leadership qualities or their research contributions to the field of surgery, as reflected in their response in a personal statement as well as their letter of recommendation. The recipient must be in the fourth final year of medical school at the time of nomination and have demonstrated a commitment to pursuing a career in surgery. We hope the recipient will continue to be active within AWS. A number of previous winners are indeed active and are enjoying successful careers as surgeons. I wish this year's recipient tremendous success and joy as a surgeon.
It is a pleasure to nominate Suzanne Murphy for the AWS Patricia Newman Medical Student Award for her outstanding contributions to the Association of Women Surgeons and her medical school, the RCSI University of Medicine and Health Sciences. I first met Suzanne at the 2018 AWS Overseas meeting in Dublin. That meeting sparked her desire to develop the first Irish student chapter of AWS. In a matter of weeks, she had mobilized the student body, establishing a highly effective committee structure that enabled the chapter to win the university's Best News Society Award. Her chapter also hosted the first AWS European Conference, which attracted many prominent women surgeons, including RCSI Vice President, Professor Laura Vianney, and Professor Avril Mansfield, CBE. Little did we know, the early 2020 timing of this conference meant Suzanne also demonstrated her expertise at multitasking, as her final medical examinations were moved forward due to the imminent arrival of coronavirus in Europe. She graduated with honours and, along the way, won a coveted place on our National Academic Internship Programme, marking the launch of her career in academic surgery. Suzanne leaves the chapter in good health as she has supported the development of a new generation of medical student leaders. Her next ambition is to establish an AWS chapter for surgical residents, a development that will be supported by RCSI and that will no doubt be her next success. Her commitment to the advancement of the association and her personal peer mentorship of colleagues embodies all the best values of AWS, and she is a most recipient.
Hello, my name is Suzanne Murphy, and I'm delighted to be a recipient of this year's Patricia Newman Award. For me, the road to pursuing a career in medicine has been long and difficult, I'm lucky to have always had a family, and particularly a mum who encouraged me to pursue my dreams. Without the practical, financial and emotional support from my mum, dad, 2 sisters and my brother, I wouldn't be here today. Mum, Dad, Sarah, Katie and Jack, thank you so much. I love you guys. In RCSI, I found a network of inspirational mentors, particularly Prof. Deborah McNamara, who went above and beyond in supporting the first Irish student chapter of AWS. You have been and continue to be a perfect example of goals. Thank you. I was fortunate to build my AWS student chapter with an amazing group of women. In particular, one of my best friends, Dr. Laura Staunton. I'm excited to watch you all excel in your chosen fields. Attending an AWS talk in RCSI nearly 3 years ago now, and hearing about the work that you all do inspired me. They say you can't be what you can't see, but AWS makes sure every female surgeon of every race, of every religion, and of every background is seen and celebrated. I'm so proud to be a part of this organisation, and thank you all from the bottom of my heart for this award. Gurmila Mahagat.
It gives me such great pleasure to congratulate Dr. Bitel Ibrahim as the most recent recipient of the Patricia Newman Medical Student Award. I've known Dr. Ibrahim since she was a third-year medical student at the George Washington University School of Medicine, and she's currently excelling as a surgical intern at the University of Toronto. While she was at GW, it brought me such joy to watch how she so significantly impacted our community, particularly as it relates to her interest in global surgery. With respect to our department specifically, Dr. Ibrahim won one of the top 2 awards given to medical students for excellent performance in surgery. She's the first Black student to win this award in the history of the award. But what sets Dr. Ibrahim apart beyond her outstanding academic record is her enthusiasm, her energizing optimism, her compassion, and her commitment to positively impacting our outstanding profession. I can think of no one more deserving of this award than Dr. Ibrahim, and I know that we all look forward to watching her already very promising career continue to soar. Congratulations, Dr. Ibrahim. We are so proud of you.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to be here, even if virtually, at the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation Award event, or I guess week. I am so excited to be accepting an award for Medical Student of the Year. And I just want to say thank you so much to the Association of Women Surgeons for the recognition, and also to the Society of Black Academic Surgeons for the nomination. As you guys probably know, being a medical student is very tough, and to have moments of acknowledgement and recognition like this means so much in helping keep the momentum going to be great in that chapter, and also for me now as a first-year resident trying to get through intern year. So thank you. Also like to say thank you to all my mentors over the past 4 years of medical school and even beyond that. I appreciate their guidance so much, and I hope to continue to be involved in this organization and keep contributing and keep this momentum, as I said, going. So thank you so much, everybody. Have a wonderful night. Take care.
Good evening. My name is Hilary Sankey, and I'm a past president of the Association of Women Surgeons, also a past chair of the AWS Foundation. Each year, the AWS Outstanding Resident Award recognizes a surgical resident who is considered to be a future leader in surgery. And I chose to endow this award because I owe such a debt of gratitude to the organization that has enabled me to achieve my personal and professional goals. And I wanted the young women who come after me to have that same opportunity to come to an AWS meeting, to meet senior women surgeons who can serve as sponsors, mentors, coaches, champions, and help them to be as successful. One of the highlights of my year has been the opportunity to meet the winner of the Hilary Sankey Outstanding Resident Award. It has been a privilege and a humbling experience to get to know these amazing, talented women who have accomplished so much in such a very short time. And I always follow their future careers with pride. This year's winner is equally exceptional. She is Dr. Yewande Alimi from Georgetown University Hospital in DC. She will be introduced formally in just a few minutes. Congratulations, Dr. Alimi, and I look forward to meeting you and all of our 2020 winners in person next year in DC.
I am honored to be able to introduce Yewande Alimi as this year's award recipient for the Hilary Sanfie Outstanding Resident Award. The award was established by Dr. Sanfie to recognize surgical trainees who demonstrate potential as future leaders in surgery. Let me say at the outset, my introduction of Dr. Alimi will not do justice to the leadership she has shown and her potential for leadership in every community in which she participates. Dr. Alimi came to the United States from Nigeria as a young child. She had an interest in science, which was fostered, and she eventually attended Washington University in St. Louis and was a leader in their student body. She then attended Emory for medical school, continuing to show leadership, and was elected president of the Medical School Senate in her senior year. As a surgical resident, she has been nothing short of spectacular. In every interaction, she shows professionalism, intellect, and a very high emotional intelligence. She demonstrates servant leadership and is committed to the success of every resident in the program. She does not seek out accolades, but is quietly committed to every community in which she participates. She took a sabbatical from the clinical residency to focus on research and had a heavy investigative workload, all the while studying to attain a Master's of Health Sciences in Clinical Investigation at Johns Hopkins. In spite of all of this, she participated in a Meals on Wheels grocery assistance program where she assisted a blind lady with her weekly grocery shopping. If this was not enough, she also mentored at-risk high school students being raised in single-parent households in Baltimore. Dr. Alimi is technically gifted, brilliant, and embodies the future of surgical leadership. We are excited to welcome her back to Georgetown upon the completion of her fellowship, as she represents the best in surgery. In the 18 years of practice, I can think of no other resident more deserving. This award is a recognition of her incomparable qualities as a future leader in surgery, and I was honored to nominate her for it.
I want to thank the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation for awarding me the Hilary Sanfie Outstanding Resident Award. Many phenomenal women have received this award before me, and I am humbled to stand amongst them. To my mentors that have shown me that my goals are always possible, to the strong female leadership that has shown me that having interests outside of my clinical interests is possible, I'd like to thank them. Thank you, Drs. Willie, Dean Padmore, Dr. Fitzgibbons, a prior awardee, Dr. Boyle, Dr. Trankium, and Dr. Johnson, and many more strong women at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital who have demonstrated exemplary leadership. And Dr. Jackson for exemplifying true he for she through true sponsorship and constantly believing in me, teaching me, and letting me pursue my other passions without question or pause. And that has gotten me to where I am today. Dr. Joseph Martin said, be a part of your communities beyond your own workplace. Join friends and neighbors in the activities of school, churches, synagogues, and mosques. Let your children see that you care about the community you reside in, and help them learn to exercise their gifts and skills as you do to the betterment of the world. I found it important for my well-being and my sanity and my health to be involved in my community as a trainee. It served as a way to ground myself and to remind me of why I got into this to begin with. Thank you again for this honor. I truly am appreciative.
Hello. I'd like to present the 2020 Kim F. Grave Visiting Professors. The AWS Visiting Professor Program provides academic institutions with the opportunity to host leading women surgeons as speakers. These opportunities to lecture and network heighten the visibility of women surgeons while inspiring medical students and residents to go into a career in surgery. The program was named in honor of Dr. Kim F. Grave, a true surgical educator who was the president of the Association of Women Surgeons from 2000 to 2001. We are pleased to announce that the 2020 visiting professors are Dr. Stephanie Bonnet and Dr. Marion Henry.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Bonnie, and I am an associate professor of surgery and the trauma medical director at Rutgers New Jersey Medical School in Newark, New Jersey. As the recipient of one of this year's Kim Upgrade Fellowships, I will be going to the University of Kentucky, where I will be speaking about gun violence as a public health issue. I'm really excited to be able to go there and inspire other women surgeons, other trauma surgeons. And I hope the messaging of being able to study really anything that's related to surgery, including public health and prevention, will come across, and that my enthusiasm for that will come across as well. I'm especially excited to be one of the recipients because early in my career, I helped arrange one of the upgrade fellowships when Amalia Cochrane came to Washington University in St. Louis. So I'm really excited to be able to sort of be on the other side of it this time. I'm really grateful to the Association of Women Surgeons for their support, and thank all of the donors and the people who support the foundation for this really incredible opportunity.
Hello, my name is Marion Henry, and I am an Associate Professor of Surgery and Pediatrics at the University of Arizona in Tucson. I am very excited to have been honored with the Kim F. Gray Visiting Professorship this year, and I am hoping, really hoping, that we will be in a position where I can travel in March to the University of Minnesota. I am really looking forward to sharing there my journey as a surgical advocate and the role of a surgeon in advocacy and activism. That would be a grand rounds presentation with the entire surgery department. I am also scheduled to meet with their Women in Surgery interest group, and I look forward to sharing my journey in the Association of Women Surgeons, my committee involvement on the communications committee, the clinical practice committee, and now as the publications committee chair. And I also, of course, will meet with the pediatric surgery division to share some of my research and thoughts on gender equity in pediatric surgery in particular. We are hoping that my visit will be able to coordinate also with the Minnesota Surgical Society and a potential presentation there. And I am really excited to continue to work with my host faculty, Dr. Rao from the University of Minnesota, in setting up this visit at some point when it is safe to travel. Again, I would really like to thank the AWS Foundation for the honor of this visiting professorship, and I look forward to sharing my experiences with everyone. Thank you.
The Olga Jonassen Distinguished Member Award is an award named after Olga Jonassen, who was the first female chair of an academic department of surgery and was a leader in the American College of Surgeons. This award is given to an Association of Women Surgeons member who, through outstanding mentorship, enables and encourages women surgeons to realize their personal and professional goals. The 2020 award recipient of the Olga Jonassen Distinguished Member Award is Dr. Farah Hussein from the Oregon Health and Science University.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andrea Stroud, and I'm a bariatric surgeon at Oregon Health and Science University. And I want to thank the Association of Women Surgeons for the opportunity to honor someone who's very near and dear to me, Dr. Farah Hussein. She is currently the Division Chief of Bariatric Surgery at Oregon Health and Science University. She had a distinguished career beginning in the military and serving active duty in the Army. She went on to fellowship at Emory, and then wore every single hat you can think of: military surgeon, community surgeon, where she built a bariatric program from the ground up, and then was eventually recruited back to academics and joined the faculty of OHSU in 2015. She became the division chief quickly after establishing herself here, and she is the co-program director of our fellowship program. The reasons I nominated her were her leadership skills, her advocacy and mentorship of her trainees, and her dedication to increasing diversity in surgery. As a leader, she has built a really cohesive team of women in bariatric surgery, and we're really like a family and super supportive of each other. As a junior faculty, She helped me grow my practice. She was always very generous with her time and discussing complex patients with me both in and out of the operating room. As a teacher, she is beloved by many, and I think many of our former fellows and residents would cite her as a real inspiration in their career path. Her outspoken advocacy for diversity in surgery is really commendable. She has worked tirelessly to increase the diversity at panels for surgical meetings on the national level. And really, the most important thing is that she's a wonderful person. She really makes everything look effortless. She's a mom of 2 children. She is the division chief, and somehow she does this all without breaking a sweat and with a smile on her face. She's just a real joy to be around, and I'm so thankful that she's my senior partner. So also to honor her, I invited some of our former fellows, and they're here to say a few words as well. Thank you so much.
I'm Felicia Yaguri, also known as Felicia Dupree. I'm one of Dr. Hussein's previous fellows from the last year that just graduated. I nominated Dr. Farah Hussein for the Olga Johansson Award because she is one phenomenal surgeon. She's also a mom, and she's also been in the military and does so many other things effortlessly. I have grown so much surgically under her tutelage during the time that I was there in Portland. Even during COVID, she also helped us through that difficult part as well. In the operating room, she is efficient, and she's all about efficiency. And that's one thing that I love that I learned from her. And I can't say enough about her and all the mentoring that she's done for myself, as well as the other previous graduates of this program. We would not be where we are today without the training that we received from Dr. Hussein. So congrats, and thank you so much for all that you do.
Hi, I'm Victoria Leo. I was Dr. Hussein's fellow a year ago, and I've been on faculty at UC Davis since then. Dr. Hussein is an amazing role model and someone who I aspire to be like. She is dedicated to research, to using the most recent data to guide her decision-making, and she's just a phenomenal technical surgeon and educator as well. My confidence as a surgeon is in part due to her, and I want to be her when I grow up. She's also an amazing surgeon mom and has raised 2 beautiful children. And as a new mom myself, I don't know how she does it with such grace and ease. And I strongly support her nomination. She is well deserving of it.
Hi, I'm Yalini Vigneswaran. Also trained under Dr. Farah Hussein, and I think she more than deserves this award. She embodies everything that I think a lot of us aspire to be as surgeons, just surgeons in general, whether that's a female or male surgeon, but she's definitely been a strong supporter, sponsor, and mentor to us all. She's an amazing technical surgeon. She is inspirational to us all. And so I'm very grateful to be included in this video and to support her in this award.
Hi, my name is Priya Rajdev. I'm on the faculty of general surgery at the University of Arizona Banner Medical Center in Phoenix. I was Dr. Hussein's fellow last year along with Felicia Yaguri. And I just want to say, actually, Dr. Hussein has been a legend in my mind since before she even knew who I was. I trained at Emory for residency, and the stories I heard about Dr. Hussein was that she is a badass surgeon who jumps out of airplanes, and that she was so technically good and probably the best fellow that ever came through Emory. So when I had the chance to train with her, you can bet I leapt at that chance. And of course, you know, everything that everyone else has said has been 100% true. She's calm, she's efficient, she's funny, she's fun, she's an excellent leader and mentor, and she really makes you the best person that you can be. And I think that is the definition of a true advocate and a true mentor, and that is who Dr. Farah Hussein is.
Okay.
Hello, thank you so much for the Olga Jonasson Award today. This is such an honor, and it's an unexpected honor. I'd like to thank the Association of Women Surgeons for all the work that you do, for helping us all break these glass ceilings and move forward in our careers, and for the partnership and networking we receive through the AWS. It's an unbelievable support structure. It's been a wonderful way for me to meet colleagues and other people throughout the country who have like-minded goals and hopes for women surgeons in our country. Thank you to Dr. Andrea Stroud and Dr. Felicia Dupree-Yorgure for their nominations for this award. I am deeply touched by this, and it's a little surreal, quite honestly, to even be considered for such an honorable award. I first heard about Dr. Jonasson when I was a fellow at Emory and have always admired the work that she was able to do. Coming up through surgery, I actually trained in the military in a very male-dominant area with not a lot of female mentors around. And I thought in my career, if there was one thing I could do to leave a mark, it would be to help other people progress, and especially to help women surgeons and underrepresented minorities progress in this world and take away the barriers that are there, or at least help them navigate around barriers that are there for no clear reason. The barriers that are there for perhaps imperceivable reasons, help them find the footstool to climb over them easier, and to just make our careers more enjoyable and to have fun and working together. And I think sometimes, again, coming up in surgery when perhaps that wasn't everybody's goal and it was rather see how tough you were and see what you could weather, I found that to be at times a little unnecessary. And I think that what we all can do is to help others achieve their goals. By building that, we build a better team and we get to work together. And I hope that I've been able to do that. I thank my family, my husband and my kids for teaching me that multitasking isn't really a thing. It's kind of just who do you ignore a little more at that time. And I apologize to them for often having to ignore them a little more, but they've always been there and stuck with me thus far, and they give me great joy in doing so. And I'm thankful to all of my residents, fellows, medical students, and junior faculty that I get to work with. They're really one of the main reasons that it's easy for me to come to work every day. I love being able to work in the team and watching people grow and get to see all these amazing minds come together and do their jobs better each day. So I'm honored, and this is truly an amazing thing to receive. I'm deeply touched because it hopefully means that I'm doing something right and paving a way for others to have an easier climb, and that's all I can ask. And I'm really hoping that they will do the same. That's all I ask to any of my mentees, is that do the same. Find folks out there who are motivated and would like to do good work, and help them to do it, and find ways for people to do it in the most successful way they can, because your success is reflected upon 1,000,000 times more by other people's success if you've been able to help them. And I think that's really an important theme in life. It's helping others at every aspect. So thank you to the AWS. Thank you so much to Dr. Stroud, Dr. Yorgure. This is an honor, and I appreciate it more than you can know. And congratulations to all of the other award winners. And I hope to see you all in person sometime soon. But in the meantime, please be safe during COVID. Be safe and take good care of all these things that are going on around you. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you.
It's my honor this evening to introduce the 2020 Dr. Sally Abston Distinguished Member Award. This award was created by her friends and colleagues at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston to honor Dr. Abston for the exemplary inspiration she gave to so many during her career. This award is given to an AWS member who, in addition to nationally recognized clinical expertise and outstanding mentorship, is a role model for what I want my surgeon to be. This year, the award goes to Dr. Laura Johnson from MedStar Washington Hospital Center.
We can think of no greater pleasure than to share with you the qualities that distinguish Dr. Laura Johnson as a leader and mentor, which make her a deserving recipient of the 2020 Dr. Sally Abston Association of Women Surgeons Distinguished Member Award. My name is Lauren Nosinoff, and I recently completed my general surgery training at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital, Washington Hospital Center, and I'm now a burn surgery fellow at Weill Cornell Medical Center.
And my name is Amber Himmler. I'm a fourth-year general surgery resident at MedStar Georgetown University Hospital and Washington Hospital Center.
In reading the description of Dr. Sally Abston Award, I was struck not only by the fact that Dr. Abston was a general burn and trauma surgeon, but also the extent to which the award description spoke to the qualities we wish to honor in Dr. Johnson. She's uniformly recognized through our program as a passionate educator, both in and out of the operating room. In his letter of support, Dr. Jack Sava describes her as gifted, disciplined, caring, and passionate, and states that she has developed a local and national reputation for her clinical acumen, her far-ranging intellectual curiosity, and her fierce dedication to ethical care and surgical training. As a second-year resident rotating on the burn surgery service, I was deeply impacted by her patience, her commitment to patient care, and by her compassion. On all fronts, she serves as a role model for the leader and surgeon that I strive to be. Her mentorship and unwavering support have had a profound impact on my development and career trajectory as I pursue training in burn surgery.
Dr. Johnson is a figure in our residency that both encourages us and challenges us to grow. I met Dr. Johnson when rotating on her service as a second-year resident and immediately knew that she was exactly the surgeon that I would like to one day become. Liked by all, an expert in her field, a teacher that makes even the most challenging concepts make sense, and a strong and compassionate advocate for her patients. I'm lucky to have found a mentor in Dr. Johnson after this rotation. In spite of an always overly full schedule, she always takes time to meet with her mentees to make sure that they're on track for success at their level of training, that they're staying healthy outside of the hospital, and that they're pursuing all of their interests within surgery. As Dr. Grace Ruzicki stated in her letter of support, she is completely dedicated to the mission of academic surgery in terms of outstanding patient care, scientific research, and medical education. She's proven to be an outstanding role model for future generations of academic surgeons. We can think of no one more deserving of this prestigious award from the Association of Women Surgeons, and we thank you all so much for helping us to give our mentor just a small amount of the recognition that she deserves.
It is a tremendous honor to have been awarded the Dr. Sally Abston Distinguished Member Award from the Association of Women Surgeons. As I read about Dr. Abston, I felt an incredible kinship with her. She was a burn and trauma surgeon, as I am today. Various reports comment on her as peppery, petite with a big voice, and having a broad and colorful vocabulary. I'll leave my thoughts on those similarities for another time. But she was passionate about education, as I am and will remain. While my patients are my focus and my responsibility, my trainees remain my joy, often my frustration and the source of significant heartburn, but also the motivation to keep searching for a new and engaging educational process, to write a better lecture, create a better simulation. Dr. Amber Himmler, of whom I'm sure you will hear more in the future, is the latest of my mentees to dare greatly, and for her to have nominated me for this award makes it all the more special. Finally, I would not be where I am today without the Association of Women Surgeons. Many of the women in this organization have inspired me, mentored me, and supported me through the years, all of which I continue to try and pay forward as best I can. I look forward to many more years of engagement with this group of awesome surgeons. Thank you very much.
The Association of Women Surgeons Past President Honorary Member Award is an award given to a non-member who is supportive of the Association of Women Surgeons' goals and mission. It was renamed in 2007 to recognize both the legacy and the generous endowment provided by our Association of Women Surgeons past president. The 2020 award recipient of the Association of Women Surgeons Past President Honorary Member Award is Ms. Donna Kulum from the American College of Surgeons.
Congratulations, Donna, on this well-deserved award. For those of you who do not know Donna, and I find that really hard to believe that anybody doesn't know Donna, as she always is attending our events, She is currently the personal assistant to ACS Executive Director, Dr. David Hoyt, and has been with the college for more than 3 decades. She brings an impressive depth of knowledge, experience, and insight to this role, having worked in and/or gained familiarity with every division and program of the college. Throughout, she has been an incredible advocate for and champion of women surgeons. A particularly treasured part of her ACS history was her very close working relationship with Dr. Olga Jonassen, who was medical director of what was formerly known as the Division of Education and Surgical Services. Her loyalty to Dr. Jonassen during some distinctly challenging times was particularly amazing, considering it often jeopardized her own career. Donna Coulomb was instrumental in enabling Dr. Jonassen to establish the Committee on Women's Issues as a standing committee. A little known fact is the original proposal was to be submitted to the Board of Regents in the form of an ad hoc committee. However, none of the regents noticed the ad hoc was deleted. While Dr. Jonassen is credited with making the deletion, one really has to wonder. While Donna was in the Division of Member Services, she staffed the Committee on Women's Issues, now known as the Women in Surgery Committee. When she moved to Executive Services, she continued staffing it on a voluntary basis, despite the committee no longer falling within her responsibilities. She did so until 2012, when full-time staff support was put in place.
Donna's always looked out for women surgeons. She has great instincts for emerging leaders and ensures that they're informed about opportunities and how to navigate within the college's structure and politics. And she's helped many of us negotiate challenging situations. She's also been known to put a bug in the ear of many a person of influence regarding women surgeons who should be considered for honors and other recognition. She's acted as a liaison to the AWS often, ensuring particularly that AWS leaders are included in high-profile clinical congress events. And each woman president of the ACS has found her support invaluable when negotiating the many hurdles of their presidential roles. The support she lent her colleagues, Barbara Dean and Maxine Rogers, was instrumental in ensuring both their longevity and their effectiveness. The 3 of them always stuck together and supported one another, a model that strikes at the very heart of AWS values.
Many women surgeons owe their professional lives to the Donnas of the world, who look out for us and ensure that we're kept informed and included in important decisions and discussions. Donna Coulomb has supported, encouraged, and enabled women surgeons to achieve their personal and professional goals for more than 3 decades, and we cannot think of anyone more deserving for honorary membership in the Association of Women Surgeons. Congratulations, Donna.
Congratulations, Donna. We love and appreciate you.
Wow. Well, those of you that know me know that I'm not usually at a loss for words, but I don't think I can appropriately find the words to say how honored and truly humbled I am to receive this award. The recognition itself is amazing, but with the nomination coming from and delivered by my very dear friends, well, it's even more special. So thank you, Patty, Kizzy, Hillary, Sherry, Nancy, and Beth. Many of you know I had the extreme pleasure of working for and with Dr. Olga Jonassen. Well, the fact is, I still work for her. And what exactly does that mean? That means I work for you. Well, she was an unbelievable mentor, and she allowed all of us that knew her to explore our possibilities, to dream big, not doubt ourselves. Some of the best opportunities of my professional career were working with the Committee on Women's Issues, the Resident Education Committee, and the Advisory Council for General Surgery, and this was all under her leadership. I met many of you during this time. After some time, and after by much pleading, with Drs. Kemeny and Newmeyer going to Dr. Collicott I was allowed to again staff the women surgeons group. It had been faltering for a while. So first, a renaming of the committee, the Women in Surgery Committee. We were done with issues. We brought men into the group too. Under the leadership of Drs. Kemeny, Sanfi, and Kozar, the committee's mission was redefined, bringing about greater leadership opportunities for all, and a renewed alignment of goals and collaboration with AWS. The transformation has been amazing to watch. In total now, we've had 4 female college presidents and a newly named president-elect, 3 chairs of the Board of Regents, 4 Board of Governors chairs, and numerous YFA and RAS chairs. To be truthful, this has never really been work or a job to me, so I feel a bit guilty by this recognition. I am just so happy to have had the opportunities and to be surrounded by such wonderful, inspirational people. I believe Dr. Jonason would be very proud of me, and I'm grateful to share this recognition this evening with my husband, son and daughter-in-law, and my granddaughters, who have heard so much about many of you and met many of you over the years. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. I feel very blessed, and I am truly humbled by this award. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Nancy Gant, Chair of the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation. It's my honor to announce the winner of the Nina Starr Braunwald Award. This award is the most prestigious conferred by the foundation. It was generously endowed by the Braunwald family in honor of Nina Starr Braunwald's accomplishment. The award is given to a member or non-member surgeon in recognition of sustained, outstanding contributions to the advancement of women in surgery. This year's winner is Dr. Beth Sutton, the past chair of the Board of Regents of the American College of Surgeons.
Good evening. We gather in this grandiose virtual ballroom to honor Dr. Beth Sutton as the 2020 Association of Women Surgeons Foundation Nina Starr Braunwald awardee. Dr. Sutton is a general surgeon in private practice in Wichita Falls, Texas. Let me highlight a few of her many accolades. Dr. Sutton was an integral part of the early days of the Association of Women Surgeons, where she served as a member of council, secretary, president, and past president. Dr. Sutton has continued to be an active supporter for the last 30 years, including 2 terms on the board of the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation. At a time before social media, she contributed to the growth of the Association of Women Surgeons through networking opportunities in her community and nationally, building the membership woman by woman. Dr. Sutton was also the first woman surgeon to serve as president of the Texas Surgical Society. She has served as a member of the Board of Regents, the Board of Governors Executive Committee, and the Governor at Large from the North Texas chapter. Dr. Sutton recently served as the chair of the American College of Surgeons Board of Regents and is the 4th woman to hold that prestigious position in the more than 100 years of the college. As chair, she has provided steady and responsive leadership through the pandemic, instituting an unprecedented communication effort to keep fellows informed regarding the COVID-19 disease, its impact on our surgical patients and our practices, and the availability of resources to support fellows. Dr. Sutton would become just the 2nd private practice surgeon to receive the Nina Starr Braunwald Award in the almost 40 years of the Association of Women Surgeons. Her ascent as a non-academic solo surgeon in independent practice to substantial American College of Surgeons leadership roles has inspired the sustained commitment to the ACS service of many other women in private surgical practice. Dr. Sutton is one of the quiet, unsung heroes in surgery who led by example and without expecting reward or acknowledgement. She is truly deserving of this recognition. Thank you.
I'm extremely honored to receive the Nina Starr Braunwald Award. To be honored in the name of a woman who achieved what she did is an incredible honor. She trained in Bellevue in general surgery in the early 1950s, was the first woman certified by the American Board of Thoracic Surgery, and did the first prosthetic mitral valve replacement in a person. A remarkable woman, and based on information from those who knew her, a gentle and professional person who had a life that was very indicative of what women these days would like to achieve when they become surgeons, both in and out of the operating room. This award was completely unexpected for me. I feel that I have mostly been the recipient of women's assistance, and also received the assistance and support of a great many men during my career. When I was a resident, I had never met a woman surgeon. And although there was a woman surgeon who was a cardiac surgeon in my medical school faculty, and there was a woman who had finished my residency a year before I started, I never met either one of them. But just knowing that they existed and that they had accomplished the goal of becoming a surgeon was such an inspiration to me. So I accept this award with great humility, and I hope that in some way I will be an inspiration to young women who may want to be surgeons in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us for this celebration of the accomplishments of these amazing women surgeons. Thank you also to all of you who have so generously contributed to the AWS Foundation, whether you contribute annually, monthly, or to this special celebration of our 2020 award winners. Your donations provide opportunities for the professional and educational development of women surgeons internationally, particularly in low and middle income countries. It's now my pleasure to introduce the 31st president of the Association of Women Surgeons, Dr. Marie Crandall. Dr. Crandall is professor of surgery at the University of Florida in Jacksonville, where she also serves as the Associate Chair of Research in the Department of Surgery and as Program Director for the General Surgery Residency. Dr. Crandall performs emergency general and trauma surgery, staffs the ICU, and is an active researcher, particularly in the fields of injury risk reduction, gun violence, and violence prevention. Dr. Crandall.
Hello, my name is Marie Crandall. I'm a professor of surgery, a trauma surgeon, and the Associate Chair for Research at the University of Florida College of Medicine in Jacksonville. I'm also deeply humbled and honored to be this year's president of the Association of Women Surgeons. So first, let me congratulate all the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation awardees. Winning the awards for things like Kim F. Grave Visiting Professor, Patricia Newman Medical Student Award, or Nina Starr Braunwald Award are extraordinary achievements, and I congratulate you all for your work and look forward to following all of your careers in the future. Second, I want to thank the Association of Women Surgeons Foundation. Without their tireless efforts on behalf of women surgeons, women in low and middle income countries, and students, residents, and faculty and practicing surgeons, we would not be able to do what we do. So thank you so much, and thank you for the tremendous leadership in the past several decades, because that's what it has become. In 2021, we will have our 40th anniversary of the Association of Women Surgeons. It's really a tremendous honor to be able to be the president at this time where we can really see the past, the present, and the future. I hope that you and other members are enjoying all of the efforts of the Association of Women Surgeons on behalf of its membership. Things like the coaching project, community engagement efforts, the annual scientific session, gender equity toolkit, the signature speakers project. We have so much content, and we would like to continue to expand and add value to our membership. For example, be on the lookout for emails and posts regarding interest groups within AWS. We'd like to support interest groups for Asian American surgeons, African American surgeons, military surgeons, people who potentially, because of their location, low and middle income countries, have needed to rely on virtual outreach and virtual networking, and we would like to help be a platform for that. In addition, look forward to this coming year's celebration of 40 years now and 40 years in the future and beyond. We will be highlighting the tremendous careers of some of our members in the scientific developments, and almost more importantly, the future. Where do you, as students, as residents, as the future of medicine and surgery, see AWS going? So once again, thank you very much. Congratulations. And I look forward to spending the rest of the year with you.